Got some really fun Big Ten basketball action happening on Saturday night. 8 games in total, and there was defeat, but there was also wins. We're going to talk more about the wins than we do the defeats in this one. But overall, Purdue and Nebraska remain atop the Big Ten standings as they both take care of business. Close one there for Purdue going up against USC, but they both take care of business. Both remain undefeated in the Big Ten, while you have Illinois, Michigan, and Michigan State taking care of business as well. And those teams are all three 6-1 in the conference, and right there knocking on the door of the Purdue's and Nebraska there at the top of the conference. Going to go game by game here and give some quick thoughts, and then we'll kind of do some overarching stuff at the end. Number 13, Illinois, 77 against against Minnesota, number 67 points. I keep wanting to say number. I don't know why. Illinois, they shook off a sluggish start here. The starters were not great in the first half, but Big Z, Zvonimir Ivisic, Keaton Wagler, Mihailo Petrovic had a bit of a shot in the arm for the last few minutes of the first half there that helped propel them there. And then I don't think Illinois would have been in the same spot to be able to get this win without Zvonimir Ivisic. So hats off to him. You saw the twins play together, Tomislav and Zvonimir, in this game with Mihailo Petrovic. I really liked what I saw there. The depth was huge for Illinois in this one, where, Ben Hummerkaus and Jake Davis didn't really get the production that maybe some fans want them to see, but you did get production from Zvonimir Ivisic, and you do have just a fantastic closer in Keaton Wagler. I cannot say enough good things about Keaton Wagler. This team just thrives on the luxury of how many different pieces they have that can score, how many different pieces they have that can defend. And it was a great win for Illinois. Like I said, 77-67. Ohio State at home gets the win, 86-74 over UCLA. The Buckeyes built an early lead and dominated the glass in a resume bolstering home win for the Buckeyes. They did a fantastic job in this one, and John Mobley Jr., he had a fantastic game, 28 points, 5 3-pointers, and you just got to see Christoph Tilly come back in this game and come back from injury, and he was good as well. The hot shooting for the Buckeyes, continues to be exactly what they need to make them, such a dangerous team. And then this bubble-bound Ohio State team avoids a terrible pitfall. We'll see if they can finish out the season avoiding those same things, but at least for now, they avoided that pitfall against UCLA, and that was huge for them, and not so great for UCLA. Michigan 81, Oregon 71. Closer game than expected, but Michigan does complete the 2-0 West Coast sweep over this Oregon team that was doing a great job on the glass. Oregon struggled on the defensive glass a little bit in this one, but Elliot Cadeau, 17 points, 5 assists. Amari Burnett, his spark fueled the comeback. And Ade Mara, I continue to love watching this guy play. Liked him better when he was with UCLA, obviously, but he's still a really good player and fun to watch. They made good adjustments. Dusty May continues to be a really good coach. Michigan continues to do well on the road this season. They are going to have to improve that defensive rebounding. That is something we're going to continue to look at with this team. But overall, good win for Michigan. Got out of it. Went 2-0 on the sweep out west. And at the end of the day, that's really all you can ask for. Get sweep the road games there and come back home. Iowa gets the win, 74-57 over Indiana. Iowa snapped a 4-game losing streak. The Hawkeyes dominated the second half in Bloomington. So much so that Indiana fans are questioning Darren DeVries now. Is he the coach? Did Scott Dolson make a good hire here? Time will tell. Obviously, emotional one in this one, but my suggestion to you, Indiana fans, would be just pay attention to football for a little bit longer. Okay, you don't have all that much time with it left, so just pay attention to it. It's a fun ride. Iowa was very efficient in this game. Bennett Sturts was fantastic. Iowa improves to 13-5, 3-4 in the Big Ten, and they just have a lot of potential with this team. Banks is their number 2 scorer. Fulgaris, I liked him. He's going to continue to elevate this team. Good stuff here by Iowa, and we'll see how they continue to go. Purdue, number 5, Purdue in the country, 69-64 over USC. The Boilermakers erased a 14-point deficit on the road. They went on a 30-10 run to keep them undefeated in the Big Ten. Braden Smith, Oscar Clough, Jack Benter, he had a whole lot of hustle in this game. He got 7 rebounds, had 2 charges as well. Fantastic stuff. That's the thing that needs to be in the stat column more often, but fantastic stuff here from Braden Smith and Oscar Clough. You really saw the veteran prowess of this Purdue team on display here. Purdue wins without peak performances by Fletcher Lawyer and Trey Coffin-Wren, and their depth is really what helped them a lot in this game. So fantastic stuff there from Purdue. Not as close, closer than you wanted it to be, but you came out of there with the win. And USC, they're no slack. USC's got some good players on that team, so count it as a good win. Number 12, Michigan State wins 80-63 over Washington. The Spartans pulled away, fourth straight win, avenging some of their West Coast woes that they've had before. Jeremy Fears continues to be so good. 14 points in the second half, finished with 19 total points. He helped with a key 12-2 run. Kurtang continues to hit threes in this one. Carson Cooper, he had 10 points, adding to his defensive, adding with his defense that he provides for this team as well. Season low of only 5 turnovers for Michigan State, looking better on that end. And overall, Michigan State 16-2, 6-1. Boy, egg on my face for doubting this Michigan State team going into the season. They look like a fantastic team. Tom Izzo's really found his groove with these guys. Jackson Kohler, Carson Cooper, like I said, Jeremy Fears. These guys are looking fantastic right now, getting the win here over Washington. Another team that looked fantastic was Wisconsin, 96 to against Rutgers in this one. Put up a bunch of points, and Rutgers just couldn't really do anything about it. Wisconsin went crazy in this one. The Badgers exploded offensively, led by Nick Boyd's 32 points. Nolan Winter had 18 points, 5 rebounds, and John Blackwell had 19 points, 3 threes as well. 12 threes in this game. What was fantastic from the physical front court that sustained a 26-point lead in this game, and Wisconsin's 3-point barrage kind of saw more, a lot of what we saw last season from Wisconsin. So excellent stuff there. And then the biggest story, Nebraska continues to be unbeaten, 18-0. I think their most wins that they've had in a long time was like 17 wins or something like that. I apologize. I just double checked. 26 wins is the record in a season for Nebraska in Big Ten. Well, since they've been in the Big Ten, 23 wins is the record. Looks like Nebraska should be able to skate right on by that, as they are 18-0 this season, and they look like one of the best teams in the country. They don't get enough credit for how good they've looked. Jamarcus Lawrence, he's looked great. Burke. Terrible job of pronouncing his last name every single time, but you know who I'm talking about. They held Martinelli to 7 points in the second half. Really great defensive basketball there. Second half rebounding. They cleaned up and opened up a transition. Fans turned out for the Big Red invasion, and you just gotta love to watch this Nebraska team right now playing basketball, doing a fantastic job. You really saw road teams shine in this time. On Saturday in the Big Ten. A lot of teams got a lot of bench production as well, which is what you need to see from a lot of these teams that are going to contend for the Big Ten. You're going to have tough road games, and you're going to have games where you need the bench to come out and contribute. Got that from Illinois, got that from Purdue, got that from Michigan State. Good job by those teams, and those teams are showing why they are teams that are going to be reckoned with in college basketball and in the Big Ten this season. So good defensive identity emerged for teams. The forced turnovers. Nebraska had a 19% forced turnover rate. Iowa had an edge of 17-6 in their game with the turnovers. It was really, really good to see for some of the defense there to be able to do those things. Even Illinois got some more some more steals in their game that maybe you're used to seeing with them. So that was fantastic. And then some of these breakout stars that we saw in these games. Obviously, you're going to talk about Braden Smith and Bennett Sturts and them, but Jeremy Fears Jr., he continues to be a star that's on the rise. Banks, Boyd, Zvonimir Visic, he continues to be somebody that's on the rise. And Christoph Tilley, him coming back in that game. Junie Mobley Jr., John Mobley Jr., Junie Mobley is what they call him. He looked really good with his three-point shooting. That three-point shooting is there, but he doesn't always have it with the star power. But for him to be able to go out there and hit threes there at the end of the half and hit so many and just have the confidence brewing in him, it's going to be really important that continues to move forward with the Ohio State Buckeyes. So no big upsets in this one. I do think Indiana was favored at home, so I think Iowa got the upset in that game. I believe that was the only upset on the odds that was of the day, unless I'm missing one off the top of my head. I don't think I'm missing one. I was just looking at it earlier because Purdue won. They should have won. Ohio State won, and they were favored, especially at home. They were favored. Of course, my phone's not going to pull it up as I'm still here right now. Minnesota did cover, but they didn't win. Rutgers covered because they scored 87 points. Yeah, really the only one that got the win with the upset was Iowa, and that was a big upset, 74-57 in that game. But credit to Iowa's defense and all that they were able to do. So banner day for the Big Ten, a lot of fun stuff. Looking forward to continue to talk Big Ten basketball with you all. Thank you so much for watching and listening here on the Big Ten Huddle.